Good morning, geeks and gamers. It's Jeremy coming to you with another live stream, multitasking as it speaks. I don't know why the fuck I'm signed out of the Geeks Gamers account, but I'm signing back in as we speak so I can pull up Super
That's my fault. That's my fault.
God damn it. Ryan, fuck.
Well, I didn't want you to look at all my fucking dick pics, so I had to log out of my Google account, Jeremy. So that's really
I can guarantee you, if I wanted to see them, I could find them. But they're all over the internet apparently. So that's what you do, right? Are you there? His internet sucks. His internet sucks. He could have stayed here where I have good fucking internet, but no, he decided not to. Hello? Anyway.
I didn't want to.
Yeah. He's
I don't.
Yeah. This motherfucker. We can't hear shit, Ryan. Ryan's staying at a fucking Motel 6. What a fucking retard. He decides, oh, I'm gonna fly. Yeah, and guess what? They lost your luggage, okay? And then he decides, I'm not gonna stay where you're staying. So guess what? He has no fucking internet now. Good job on that one, Ryan. But with that said, we are live here for Geeks and Gamers Daily, and I might have to hold this one down by myself like he had to hold it down yesterday by himself. Can you hear me now, Ryan?
To be fair, I've been able to hear you the entire fucking time. You just can't hear me, unfortunately.
Well, so. Yeah. You know, the whole point of a live stream is the audience to just be able to hear you. You realize that, right?
Okay. I think they can hear me. I think it's just you.
They can't hear you. Can't hear you. We got now? Osmora. They can now. Osmora becomes a new member of the Geeks and Gamers channel. Thank you, Osmora. And we got Mar15. Have y'all heard about Pastor Steven Anderson? The left hates him and associates anyone who disagrees with anything woke they say with Anderson. I have not. I'm not familiar with Pastor Anderson, but the woke hates anybody that disagrees with them. So that's not surprising at all. Anyway. We do have a few things to talk about, but I didn't get a chance to do a little recap yesterday with you guys. I know Ryan did a recap of the whole big Friday Night Tights meetup that we had here in Las Vegas. So around 10 o'clock that night, I left the event because I had to drive. I drove from Las Vegas to Los Angeles last night, and then got no sleep. And then turned around, went to Super Nintendo World. Shout out to Chris Gore for hooking us up. Went to Super Nintendo World, spent the day at Universal Studios Hollywood, had a great time at Super Nintendo World, then immediately drove all the way back to Las Vegas for another 4 hours. Finally slept. I am dead. I am 100% dead. But it was worth it. It was worth it to hang out with all of you guys. That event was insane. And just unbelievable to see how this whole thing got played out and how many people showed up. The passion, the energy, the enthusiasm, it was next level. So Ryan, are you with us?
I'm here. Hopefully you can hear me. Last night we went to Chrissy Mayr's show and that was awesome. There was easily over 100 people. Exactly how many.
Yeah, we didn't hear most of that. So,
well,
all right. Well, you need to bounce.
Talking to my internet fucks up. All right.
Yes, you need to bounce. But Ryan, Robo Ryan is gonna bounce, and we're gonna run this one solo. We're gonna do it live. Go subscribe to RK Outpost by Ryan. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. I got him the fuck out of here. Nobody's got time for that shit. We got Ella Ryan. Is it Ryan? Ella Rayan. Ellie Rayan. I'm sorry. I'm just now pulling it up. Gifted 10 Geeks and Gamers membership. So Ellie, thank you. 10 gifted Geeks and Gamers memberships from Ellie. And the memberships are starting to flow. The memberships are starting to flow, baby. We're getting this party started early. 3 Beer Thunder. Tell me Ryan isn't staying at a Motel 6 across from the MGM. Step it up, son. Best Western at least. I know, right? Come on. Come on. The 199 is here. I see all of you guys representing. You know, every time we get those gifted memberships or a new member, we got to drop the 199s. So many people came up to me at the meetup screaming 199. So many people. It was crazy. It was crazy how much enthusiasm people have for the 199. I love it so much. It's never going away. Ruthie, Jeremy, I hope you got some rest. I'm glad you guys are having a great time. Y'all deserve all the hard for all the hard work you do. Thank you, Ruthie. I did get a little bit of sleep last night. Will I don't know if I'm going to try to sleep a little bit before Friday Night Tights or not, because we got a really big Friday Night Tights here in Las Vegas, but we will see. We will see. Taker 610, did Ryan show you the Strange Way of Life trailer? No. I have not seen much of Ryan because he's been doing his thing. I've been doing mine. Again, I was on the road all day yesterday in all the way going over to Super Nintendo World, so I have not seen that. Space Jettison for $19.99 for Ryan's Net Zero monthly subscription. Yeah, we're gonna need it. We're clearly going to need it. So if you're just tuning in, yes, I had a long day at Super Nintendo World, a fun day at Super Nintendo World. Positives, I'll say, like, the theming was incredible. It was really cool to be there and just see it in person. It is it's a very small section within Universal Studios. There's no doubt about it. It's very small. Universal Hollywood is very small compared to Universal Orlando. I like Universal Orlando a lot, but Universal Hollywood is very small. I will say I really dug City Walk. City Walk is excellent at Hollywood, in Hollywood. Whereas, and I love it in Orlando as well. I've always preferred City Walk to Disney Springs. But Super Nintendo World itself, theming was incredible. The Mario Kart ride was fine. It's nothing exceptional. It was fine. A lot of interaction. This very interactive, and it was a cool experience. I can't wait for the Orlando Super Nintendo World, because that's supposed to be 3 times bigger. So I really can't wait for that. But we did have a great time. Krista and Jay got a lot of footage that you're going to see on Park Hoppin' and other places. So just keep that in mind. Let's see. Give me just a second. I got to grab this really quick. Oh, there it is. Okay. These cords are hanging everywhere. Where did I turn Amish? I mean, that's, what you just every time I grow my facial hair out, people say the same shit. So, Corn Pop Crowder owes me $89.99. I'm done. His mod blocked me. I'm not. This is Geeks and Gamers. This probably is not the place for that. But look, man, I stand by what I said back when this whole Crowder Daily Wire thing happened. You guys know I've been very critical of Daily Wire. I don't like Steven Crowder. I've never liked Steven Crowder. I said when I looked at that whole Daily Wire versus Crowder situation that I felt that the Daily Wire was more in the right. Steven Crowder leaking private conversations with a supposed friend felt like a real kind of dickback move. And now Crowder's having his private conversations leaked with his ex-wife. Hey, seems right up his alley to leak private conversations. I don't like Steven Crowder. Never liked Steven Crowder, and never trusted him. Seems like a disingenuous piece of shit, always has. But yeah, so the whole thing is a mess. It's something I need to get further into on CobraCast. This isn't really a Geeks and Gamers topic per se, but it's out there and it's a huge story. And unfortunately, I haven't been able to do a CobraCast because I've been traveling. But I don't like him. I've never liked him, and I felt like when I looked at that situation objectively, as someone that's not really a big fan of the Daily Wire or Steven Crowder, I felt like what Steven Crowder did was absolutely like such a slime ball move. And now this whole situation with his wife leaking whatever. Do I think what I heard in the video was the worst thing ever? Not really. That's not really the point, though. So anyway, I'll have to get further into that on Cobra Cast. But thank you. And sorry, Corn Pop. Hey, I can promise you, Corn Pop. I can't promise you. But I never see you getting banned here as long as you don't, dox or threaten someone. I don't know why they would have banned you. Corn Pop, you're part of our chat. You're a crucial part of it. You know what I mean? So we're happy to have you here. All right. We're happy to have you here, Corn Pop. We love Corn Pop here in our chat. Let's see. What's your first thought for 5? Says, played the first chapter of Jedi Survivor. In my opinion, it is the Survivor cause everything else Disney Star Wars is dead. Well, let's talk a little bit about that. Let's talk a little bit about Jedi Survivor because we do have a situation with Jedi Survivor going on. And right now, I'm not. You guys know I'm a big fan of Respawn. I've been a big fan of Respawn for a while. Everything with Titanfall, and I did like the first. I did like Fallen Order. I thought Fallen Order was a really solid game, and Respawn's a great company. Respawn's a great company. They put out great games, but we have this situation right here where Jedi Survivor swamped with negative Steam reviews over performance. Star Wars Jedi Survivor has launched as expected with many performance issues. We had reported that reviewers noticed those issues on all platforms it was released on. However, right now, Respawn is receiving a lot of pressure on the game's Steam page in particular. As reported by Tech for Gamers, Star Wars Jedi Survivor has 1,023 user reviews and 760 negative reviews. 65% of players are dissatisfied with the game over these issues. This is noteworthy because the reviews it received reassured players that in spite of the spotty performance that game has, gained again across all platforms, it still is a brilliant game. And that's the thing that we're hearing, that it has a ton of problems, performance issues, but people still are loving the game itself. It's the performance issues, mainly on PC, that's causing so many problems right now. The reviewers seem to have expected fans to be happy with the game in spite of those issues, but like the Super Mario Brothers movie, the consumers and the reviewers turned out to disagree. Yesterday, we also cited YouTuber SkillUp, who called the PC version in particular a total mess. SkillUp is talking about his on his build and everything, which could maintain up to 40 FPS. He also tried a 4090 and a 5950 build, which could not maintain 60 FPS. Corroborating SkillUp's findings, DualShockers reports that players with the 4090 and an Intel Core i9 build could not maintain even low 30 FPS. So these are huge problems. And again, why do we continue to see half-ass games released like this? Why does this continue to happen? And this is why, like, people can criticize Nintendo all day long for a lot of the shit that they do. They can, but we generally never get broken games from Nintendo. When they release a game, generally, especially one of their mainline games, so your mainline Mario, your mainline Zelda, your mainline games like that, when they release those, they are not broken. They work. They are a finished product. That's what it all comes down to. And yeah, Philip Smith said it right, because they know they can get away with it. That's essentially what this comes down to. They know they can get away with it. Now, again, I'm not planning on playing Jedi Survivor anytime soon. EA is just, they're such a terrible company, and they have been a terrible company for a long time. How many times have we seen where they have been voted like the worst company on the planet? Sports games are buggy. You talk about Nintendo. Yeah, like Strikers, the more recent Strikers definitely had some problems for sure, but that's why I said the mainline games. So they're tentpole games for Nintendo. Typically, when they are released, they are completed and they work properly. And that's all we really want as gamers, is to have a game that works. So this Jedi Survivor thing is going to be a big problem, I think. How many times have we seen it? Look what happened with Battlefront 2. The more recent Battlefront 2, or Battlefront 2017. I really liked Battlefront 2015 and 2017 from a multiplayer standpoint. I really enjoyed it. From a gameplay standpoint, from a universe standpoint, I felt like it really captured the Star Wars universe very well. I don't even know if Battlefront 2017 is still playable online, but I played Battlefront 2017 a lot. Now, that game was broken as hell, though. Broken as hell with the loot boxes and all this other stuff. They lost so much momentum in the beginning of that game. Now, ultimately, you can almost say that Battlefront 2017 was Battlefront 2019 because it took them 2 years to get the game fixed to a playable standard. And then apparently a lot of people enjoyed it at that point in time. I had always enjoyed it. But people said, how was the story? Oh God, Battlefront 2017 story was trash, except for the Luke Skywalker part. That's pretty much it. Everything else about that game was horrible. It was terrible. And so this is a problem with a lot of mainstream games right now. Call of Duty, broken. Warzone, broken. Titanfall, dead. Halo doesn't work half the time. I mean, we were playing the hell out of Halo Infinite, and then they broke the fucking game. This is why people keep bitching at me about Fortnite. It's like, you know what Fortnite does? It fucking works. It works. All of the games that I would want to play do not work. Warzone broken, Call of Duty broken, Titanfall dead, Halo Infinite broken. These mainstream game studios just can't keep their games working. It drives me crazy. So, it is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah, well, Mario Kart is awesome. I love Mario Kart, but the online, Nintendo's overall online isn't the greatest thing. And yes, at least Fortnite does run well. Swig of water for the working man. We got 1,500 people here on a Friday. If I sound exhausted, I am completely exhausted. I am completely out of it. But Geeks and Gamers Daily, the show must go on. So after the meetup, the Vegas meetup, I left the meetup at 10 p.m. that night, drove all the way to LA, didn't get any sleep, got up, and then, I think I laid down for like 10 minutes, got up, went to Super Nintendo World all day long yesterday. As soon as we were done with that, drove back to Vegas, got a little bit of sleep, woke up, and it's Geeks Gamers Daily time. So if I sound dead, it's because I am nearly dead. So just keep that in mind. I am not a banana, says Hail Cobra Cast 199 forever. Thank you. Appreciate that. Quantum DeLorean. I've been playing Jedi Survivor on Xbox Series X, and I did notice some FPF hiccups when I played at the first level. I'll let y'all know if my game crashes in the first overworld level. 199 represent. Hell yes. Hell yes. Well, thank you, Quantum DeLorean. Thank you for the update, and keep us updated for sure. Beru says, I'm gifting Ryan let's see, a CompuServe subscription. Thank you. The malware. Nice to see you yesterday at Universal. Yes, I got to meet the malware. Is it malware? I got to meet you yesterday. We were walking through City Walk. Got to meet him. It was awesome. Shook hands, spent a few minutes together. Really appreciated that. Always playing with our premium members. So good to meet you, man. Good to meet you. I see Flawed TV in the chat. I got to meet Flawed TV at the meetup as well. Great meeting. Great meeting, Flawed. That was super cool. JJ Oli says, good morning, Jeremy and Ryan. Late and gay by almost 199 seconds. Robotic Ryan is the best Ryan. Bring him back or have him go to McDonald's. The Wi-Fi is probably better there. Have a great weekend in Las Vegas. Thank you so much. The plan is to hit the road as soon as Friday Night Tights is over, and I'll be heading back to Florida. Long drive. Where's Ryan? He's dead. I can text him and see if he wants to come back. Do you guys want Robotic Ryan to come back? We'll see if we can get him back in here. Let's see. Let me see if I can get him to come back. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. What do we got here? Oh my gosh, Alec Baldwin's finger. Alec Baldwin's finger just dropped a 50. 50. Holy crap. I met Alec Baldwin's finger. I met Alec Baldwin's finger at the meetup. He don't miss. He don't miss. I'm pretty sure he made an appearance on the live stream that Beardo and Hollywood Scholar were running, the Friday Night Tights meetup live stream. I think Alec Baldwin's finger made an appearance, dropping a 50, and he don't miss. Alec Baldwin's finger don't miss. Hell yes. Holy crap, man. Thank you, Alec Baldwin's finger. Man, good to meet you. It's good to meet so many of you, man. That's the best part of these meetups, is getting to, see some of you guys for the first time. And Alec Baldwin's finger's a cool dude, man. So, hell yeah. Swig of water for the working man. He don't miss and he don't go to jail. I saw somebody say that in the chat. He don't miss and he don't go to jail. Let's see. Bruce Flash for $10. See my locals post. I think you should charge us a flex price for bigger meetups and let the 199 in the fellowship decide how big we can make these and lower the financial burden on you and Nerdrotic. Thank you, Flash. That's something we discussed, obviously, is we do think like we have been anti, like charging anybody for these meetups. Hang on, let's see. Oh, he's back. Hi, Ryan.
Hi. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you for a minute anyway. How are you?
I'm okay. I turned everything off on my computer. Like no other tabs open, no nothing. I don't think it's gonna work, but whatever.
Well, I got a super chat. They were asking for Robo Ryan. They wanted you back. So
okay.
maybe we just let your avatar just sit there so they know that you're at least with us in spirit.
That's true. I was just like, well, I guess I'll make a Sports Wars video. So if I can pull it up some Lamar Jackson bullshit. All the racism in the fucking NFL, these black quarterbacks getting drafted and getting massive contracts. And it felt so racist.
Yeah, I know. Oh man. No, but Bruce sent a $10 super chat, said, I think you should charge us a flex price for bigger meetups and let the 199 in the fellowship decide how big we can make these and lower the financial burden on you and Nerdrotic. So yeah, I definitely think that's an option for sure. I mean, again, we don't want to charge you guys for anything, but if we can make a bigger, better event, then that's the way to justify it. So those conversations will be happening for sure. Because this event, man, this was a big event. It was what the hell is Ryan doing now? The hell is Ryan doing now?
It was fucking Jack Fasobic on Twitter. I pulled up Twitter fucking on my phone because I didn't want to pull it up on my computer. He just started talking. So
this is such a shit show, and I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. All right, let's see. Zupafly, $22 super chat. Hey Ryan, did you see Mattel made a Down syndrome Barbie doll? I think it got hit with a hammer. I think if it got hit with a hammer, it would look more accurate.
Well, I did see that. The irony is it just looks like a regular woman. So I don't know what they're trying to say about women.
I got to look at that. I have not. And Jessica says, but this is why we love you guys. Well, thank you. We appreciate that. We don't know what the hell we're doing, but we try to make it look like it. I have not seen that Mattel doll. I have not. Maji Chan gives a Geeks and Gamers membership. Thank you. Appreciate that. Ben Giles for $19.90. Thank you, Ben. Did you guys see Brett Cooper's reference to the pineapple on pizza Super Mario Brothers bet between you and Odin from her video last week? Sorry, been super busy and haven't kept up with all of your guys' live streams. I know Brett Cooper put like that thumbnail that wasn't even my thumbnail in her video talking about it. I don't know if she made any direct reference about pineapple on pizza and stuff. Did she, Ryan? Have you seen that?
I think I'm gonna robot out, but no, I don't. I didn't see that at all. So it'd be interesting.
Yeah, I'll have to look further into it. I do know she used that thumbnail that wasn't even me as a way of saying that there's people, conservatives on the right, that are saying it's woke or something like that. And I'm like, well, I'm not a conservative, and that's not my video. But hey, it is what it is. Yes, Mario movie opened today in Japan. So so that's going to be interesting to see. Travis Schiffer says, I'm going to miss FNT for the first time in years, but NFL draft I can't miss for fantasy football nerd. Totally understand. Totally understand. And you're not going to get any complaints from us, man. We totally get it. We're always here when you need us, for sure. Top Dog says, let's see. Where did it go? Favorite Rockstar game outside of GTA? I don't play GTA a lot. I don't even play a lot of Rockstar games. So, I mean, I'm not a GT player myself. Ryan got a
Red
favorite.
Dead Redemption 2.
That's the obvious one is Red Dead. I mean, so Red Dead. I played a little bit of Red Dead 2. I played a lot of Red Dead 1. I want to get through Red Dead 2. It's just time. Time is my enemy. But the majority of people are going to say Red Dead outside of GTA. And that's the obvious choice. A lot of people are saying Bully. Yeah, a lot of people saying Bully. Bully was awesome. Let me see. Yes, Kelly, I did see the video of Crowder. The video. I'll try to cover that on Covercast. I may be doing a Covercast from the road tonight since I haven't done many of those since I've been on this trip. So we will see. Let's see. Yosher Perez, Peter Pan and Wendy released today, and it has a 74% on Rotten Tomatoes. Did that release today? I didn't know that.
I think so. I think released.
Okay.
Yeah, this morning it should have.
Okay. Hercules says Pokemon was broken. Well, that's more so that's not a direct Nintendo release. That is who is it that does Pokemon? Especially the Arceus. Who is it? Can't remember.
Yeah, it's the Pokemon company. I forget what their actual name is, but yeah. Not Niantic,
Game Freak.
Niantic,
Game Freak.
Is that right? Game Freak.
No, Game Freak. Game Freak. Yeah. So again, I'm not wrong in when I say Nintendo does not release their mainline games broken. That's just a fucking fact. All right. You can hate Nintendo. You can try to justify whatever you want. When they release their fucking mainline games, they are not broken. Mario games are not broken. Zelda games are not broken. They're just not. That is a fact. And the mainline games, Nintendo's not a direct developer on the Pokemon games. Let's see. Member message for a month. And got retracted. Go ahead.
Yeah, just real quick. I don't know how long it'll hold out, but if you talked about Jedi Survivor yet, but it sounds really fucking broken on PC. I sent you a couple DMs of Mudahar, like with his fucking mega PC, right? Like you could probably send something to the fucking moon with it, right? Like not being able to get like 25 frames per second. That's like bad. It's insane. And they knew it was like this on PCs and they released it anyway. And it's unfortunate, especially because everybody that I've heard talk about it said really good things to say about in terms of the storyline and the gameplay and things like that. But the version that they've just released is miserably bad. Yeah.
And again, we see this time and time again. I talked about it, Ryan, about how every time you turn around, like another AAA game franchise is broken for some reason. You know, whether it's Call of Duty, whether it's Titanfall, whether it's Halo. And guess what still works? Fortnite. Every damn time. You know? And it's frustrating. They don't care. They really don't care. And I don't understand why they don't care. They can make so much more money if they would just fucking make good shit and release it with it working properly. It's so frustrating. But it is what it is. What are you going to do? Objectively, a cat says, we as gamers shouldn't have to stand for this BS. Agreed. And there's Alec Baldwin's finger dropping those 50 gifted memberships. 50. That's what's up right there. Brendan Bellman says, honestly, Lucasfilm should be embarrassed by the fact that the game devs can't make more creative and interesting story than any of the actual Lucasfilm writers. Well, even like I tweeted about the other day, but now Anakin's coming to Fortnite. So, I mean, I'm fucking hyped, you know, because Fortnite does what Disney Star Wars doesn't. So I'm really excited about that. I guess when we still have Ryan here, let's talk about this Miyamoto story. So obviously Miyamoto is the single greatest game mind developer, whatever you'll say, in the history of games. Actually, I was talking to Stutter and Craig about this, and we're like, man, what's what's going to happen when Miyamoto, like, he's 70 years old, you know what I mean? Like, what's going to happen with Nintendo when he's no longer with us, or at least able to run the company, or run the creative side to the level he has? That's going to be the true test for Nintendo when Miyamoto is no longer with us, which hopefully doesn't happen for a long time, but he is 70 years old. But with that said, the Super Mario Brothers movie is now scheduled to hit $1 billion as soon as this weekend. Is that just domestically, Ryan?
No. Domestically,
I'm sorry.
probably
No, no,
like
no, 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 no,
it's closer than
no. Hang on. I'm sorry. I didn't mean domestically. I mean, is that without Japan and Korea that it's still scheduled to hit $1 billion? I'm sorry. My bad. I misspoke.
I think that's probably assuming it opens in Japan and South Korea. I think that's with that number in mind.
Yeah. That's my, because it's going to hit 500 million domestically. So potentially this weekend it'll hit 500 million. So it's going to hit $1 billion. It was going to hit $1 billion without Japan and South Korea, obviously, but that's just going to help push it over that limit a little bit quicker. And it's probably going to happen this weekend. The Japanese version is slightly different from what we're understanding from the version that has been released all over the world. So that's I think going to increase the interest in that film for sure. So now with the Super Mario Brothers movie hitting $1 billion, or closing in on $1 billion, we have this story from the great Miyamoto talking about how the critics said, hey, they helped. Super Mario Brothers creator says negative reviews helped the movie. And it says the Super Mario Brothers movie is on its way to making $1 billion at the box office, despite some bad reviews from critics. After a strong performance in North America and Europe, the movie is finally set to release in Japan. Ahead of the release, Mario creator says Miyamoto spoke with Japanese press, translated by Video Game Chronicle. While negative reviews tend to hurt a movie's box office performance, Miyamoto believes that the opposite might actually be true in this case. You need some luck to achieve the level of success for a film, Miyamoto told Japanese press. While many foreign critics have given the movie relatively low ratings, I think it has contributed to the movie's notoriety and buzz. While Miyamoto seems to believe negative reviews had a positive impact, it's possible to say if that was actually the case. There are likely a lot of factors that have contributed to both the movie's success as well as its negative critical reception. Many of the elements that the audience have embraced, including the many references to Nintendo games, were panned by critics. The fact is, the Super Mario Brothers movie is very faithful to its source material, and that's something that the audience, young and old, have appreciated. Of course, all reviews are subjective, and not every movie is for everyone. All reviews are subjective? Does that include negative reviews of maybe a film called The Last Jedi, comicbook.com, or are those from alt-right Nazi trolls who hate women and black people? Just curious about that. But ultimately, man, like, what do you think about this, Ryan? What do you think about this?
I think he's very politely, because this is fucking Japan, right? Like, he's not gonna come out and like start talking about your shit. They have a very I'm fucking gonna robot here, but like a different culture. But he's like, hey, you know what? I think all of you critics that people don't care about anymore, I think all of you trashing this movie probably convince more people to go see it. Because if you don't like it, there might be something good about it.
That is true. You're right about that, because ultimately, Miyamoto and Nintendo, it's hard to say if they're self-aware or not. What I do know is that they care about one thing only. They care about putting out the best product possible for their games. And obviously they put a lot into this movie. They've invested, from what I understand, 50% of the budget of this movie, they've invested into it. So they put their money where their mouth was on this situation, and they're going to probably reap a lot of the rewards. Nintendo is a very, very weird company from our perspective. They don't pay attention to noise. They don't pay attention to social media trends. They don't pay attention to, they kind of seemingly hate YouTubers and the internet in a lot of ways. A lot of the decisions they make from that standpoint are very boneheaded and really ridiculous. I don't think Miyamoto has like this troll kind of perspective on this. I don't think he's trolling per se. It comes off that way from our perspective, but I don't think that's what he's doing. I think he's calling it for what it is, and he's calling balls and strikes. And he's essentially saying, yeah, I mean, there was a lot of people that, gave this movie negative reviews, but ultimately it created a different buzz, and now fans are going to see it, and they're saying, no, you guys are wrong. Ultimately, what we do know is that critics don't really matter. They don't matter at all. They used to have some level of influence. I don't think they have any level of influence anymore. Now, each case is circumstantial, so each case is different. Nintendo is a different animal altogether. The Nintendo fan base is massive, it's passionate, it's huge, and Nintendo is operating on different levels right now. The energy at Super Nintendo World was crazy yesterday. And the energy we're seeing at Mario screenings right now is crazy. People are dressing up, people are excited, people are going crazy. So ultimately, I think Miyamoto is just calling it right down the middle and calling it for what, he sees, and not necessarily just trying to take any pot shots per se. Ryan, what do you think before we close that one out?
Yeah, I think you obviously probably have a better understanding of Miyamoto than I do. But yeah, I think there is something there that he's acknowledging what a lot of us have said, that so many people just don't trust the critic reviews. And let's face it, this movie was not for the critics. It was for fans. So
Yes.
when people oh, there's way too many Easter eggs, it was just like you're playing a game. It's like, okay, that's going to make me want to go.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely, like, this movie was not made for critics, which is the best part of it. It's the best part of it because if you watch the Mario movie, which I'm sure most of you have seen at this point in time, if you've seen the Mario movie, you understand like that movie was made. I said it specifically for Mario fans, and it's not something where if you go into this not knowing anything about it, I'm not saying you're gonna hate it, but there's just a lot of it that's just not gonna make a lot of sense. But from a fan standpoint, it makes perfect sense. It was made for people that are fans of the franchise, which is what every major property should be doing. Star Wars should be made for fans of Star Wars. That's it. Not to diversify, not to bring new fans in. No, fuck that. You bring new fans in by taking care of the previous fans that were already there. It takes a little work to become a fan of something. It takes a little work to become a new fan of something. It shouldn't be easy to become a fan of something. You should have to put a little bit of effort into something that's been around for 30, 40 years. And that's the mindset that the Kathleen Kennedys of the world and the J.J. Abrams of the world, they were like, well, we just need to pretend that these characters don't have a following. Fuck that. It's nonsense. And I'm so sick and tired of that approach. And Nintendo clearly doesn't have that approach. So I'm certainly happy with everything we've seen from Nintendo on this front. So good stuff. Let's see. What's your first thought? Says for 220 Canadian, says, are you guys excited for Sisu? What is Sisu? SISU. I don't know what that is.
It's I think it's a movie about a dude killing Nazis, like real Nazis. It looked brutal as hell.
Oh, really? Okay. No, I didn't know anything about it. Yum. Let's see. Yum Meat Mup says, it's Golden Week, long holiday in Japan too. Expect a massive box office jump for Mario because of this. It's probably why we wait to release it then. That makes sense, especially with it being a different film too. So that's cool. All right, good to hear that. Taker says, Jeremy, make Ryan watch Strange Way of Life trailer.
It's weird. It's really weird. It's Pedro Pascal is a gay cowboy.
All right. I don't want to do it now since Ryan's got no reception, but I'll definitely will check it out. Sophie says, hi, glad you guys having fun. Do you have Cobra withdrawal? But that's okay. Did you guys get the keychains and candy? Sorry for sounding so annoying. First time sending overseas. Yes, we did, Sophie. Thank you so much. They were adamant about getting those to us. Gary was. So yes, Sophie, we do have them. Thank you so much. don't ever think you're sounding annoying because we appreciate you. So thank you. That is awesome. Stasis Geek says, don't diss pineapple on pizza like people state U.S. Navy personnel are gay. It may be true, but who knows? I am not a pineapple on pizza guy myself. Ryan, huge fan, huge fan.
Yeah. The person on camera is a big fan of pineapple pizza right now.
That's fucked up. Hey, Marcella says, I saw the Jedi Survivor commercial with Mark Hamill and Cameron Monaghan. Let's see. I'm sad because Cameron would have been a great Ben Skywalker. Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, that video is it makes me realize how much damage they've done to like Luke Skywalker, because it is cool that Cameron Monaghan is there like doing the motion capture stuff, and they got Mark Hamill like pretending to teach him to be a Jedi and stuff. And when I see Mark Hamill now, it's just sad.
Yeah, Mark Hamill's a terrible person. I have no respect for Mark Hamill in any capacity whatsoever. I don't respect him as a human being. I don't respect him as a man. I don't respect him as an actor. I don't respect Mark Hamill, period. Fuck him. He is a garbage person. And if anything good has come from the death of Disney Star Wars, is that at least we know who Mark Hamill really is, a terrible person. I despise him. He's such a bad person. GJJ is a member message for 15 months. What's up, GJJ? GJJ's awesome. Appreciate you, man. Ben Giles says, Brett's video prioritizing good actors over woke BS is paying off. Had a Super Mario Brothers Pineapple Pizza bet reference at 2 minutes, 40 seconds. Really? All right, I got to look this up. That's so it referenced the bet? That's wild.
Yeah, that's what they said. So I don't know. I don't know how deep they got into it, but that's what people are saying.
All right, let me see if I can pull this up. Prioritize.
Yeah, I'm gonna go on camera real quick to see if I can show one of the things that Sophie sent. Look at this. Okay. This is pretty cool.
I'm not looking at your camera right now, so but okay. I'm trying to pull up this video. So. Anyway. No, we can't. So why do you have a picture of Mark? What the fuck's going on?
What?
Why is there a picture of Mark? What?
It's up there for like fucking 5 minutes. I said the person who you see on your screen.
Oh, I didn't know. I only have one screen.
I just changed it. I had nothing else to do.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
All right, let's hear what Brett Cooper has to say. All right, here we go.
Of $693.1 million through Sunday, and it hasn't even hit Japan yet, which is one of the biggest film markets. So when it hits Japan, I mean, they are expecting that it is going to blow past that $1 billion mark. And there are only a few films, especially animated films, who have made it past.
What? So that was it? Wow, look at that. Really? Look at that. That's crazy. If you know, you know. Somebody in her
that's got to be like one of her editors or something.
That's got to be one of her editors. That's funny though, man. Okay. That's pretty funny. All right. I respect it. All right. There you go. So looks like Shapiro in drag. Brett Cooper does. It does look like Ben a lot. So
they have similar facial.
Yeah, they definitely do. That's pretty interesting. We got Echo Base Network with the 50. I hate that I missed 50. Vegas, but had a YouTube event in Houston at Retropalooza. We'll be there next year, though. On your way back, stop at Heb and get their fresh in-house peanut butter. It's top notch. I just pulled off to get some on my way back to Bama. Hey, brother, man, I'm so happy that you had a good time, and I wish we could have had you there, Nick. But we'll see you next time, and appreciate the super chat. And Echo Base Network doing great work as always, man. Appreciate you, buddy. I saw you and Valiant Renegade hanging out, trying to troll me, so it was pretty funny. Echo Base Network. Tell them what's up, 199. Let them know we got their backs, and looking forward to hanging out with Nick next year. So that's going to be awesome. Good stuff. Thanks, man. And thank you, Ben Giles, for telling me about that. That's pretty funny. Marty, for a member message. Howdy. Respect to the 199. Love the Iron Age content. Support wherever you can. Absolutely. And shout out to Razorfist for all the success he is seeing on his campaign. Drew G, did Campy a cameo at the event? You know, we wanted John to show up. We hunted, Ryan. We hunted for John Campia at the event. But he didn't show up. I don't know what happened.
We couldn't find him. I don't know why. He was invited. It would have been fun, but hey.
It is what it is. JJ Oli says, the R and RK Outpost stands for robot now. At least he's here now. Silent Ryan, greater than no Ryan. There you go. Carlos Estrada says, another EA game broken at launch. Water is wet. Absolutely. Z Highness, $1.49 super sticker with a peach. Osmora, member message 199. Thank you. I'll be your Huckleberry. Ryan's internet is brought to you by Bud Light. Where are we at? Quatrina VR says Nintendo blacklisted Kotaku for a new Zelda game. I saw them crying about that, which was really, really funny. Fuck Kotaku. Jin Wong says, just like to say thank you, Jeremy, for shouting out previously on Clownfish TV. Just to confirm, it is an official Clownfish Studios book and campaign. Wholesome, feel-good family value comics. Thank you again. Great to hear. Love Clownfish TV. Love the job that they do. So I'm happy that you're working directly with them, and I wish you guys all the success in the world on your campaign. Kyle Denson agreed, Jeremy. I just started watching Star Wars, starting with the OG trilogy. I've got a lot to learn, and I will soon understand the passion behind it. That's all it's about, man. Being a fan of something, becoming a new fan of something requires work. It shouldn't be something where your hand is held and it's just everything's spoon-fed to you. It should take some effort, and that's what you're doing, and you're going to be a better fan because of it when you actually have to put the work in to understand the details and the nuance and the passion behind it. So I'm happy to hear that, Kyle. I hope you have a great time. Doc Holliday, looks as though you were right and I was wrong about the Crowder Daily Wire controversy, Jeremy. Hey, man, I appreciate it. Ultimately, what the fuck, Ryan? What is Ryan doing? Oh, my God. What the hell's going on with you, Ryan?
I don't know.
I mean, I can hear
pandering to the community. That I will. If I pander to the community, maybe it'll be a little better. That's what I'm trying this time.
It's not working, Ryan.
I want to fucking throw myself off my hotel balcony, but the fucking door. That's luck.
Why are nearly 2,000 people watching this shit show? Why? I don't understand. He's trying to pander to the LGBT community to get his internet working, and it still isn't working. All right, back to Doc Holliday. So Doc Holliday, yeah, I mean, look, the other day, the Crowder thing, we're going to get more information on that. Like I said, I'll probably talk about this more on Cobra Cast, but as I said in the beginning, I think Steven Crowder is a piece of shit. I think he is. I also think, I think he's been hiding a lot from a lot of people for a long time. I don't know why this man's popular. I've never found him to be overly entertaining, but he is, and more power to him on that front. Doll Life of Dan. The Japanese are ultra polite culturally, but we have a very subtle and polite way of saying fuck you. I've learned how to pick up on it, and I think it's coming out a bit from Miyamoto to the critics. I can respect the hell out of that if that's the case. Hacky Smack says, what did Mark Hamill do? I don't mind his interviews. Mark Hamill has a severe case of TDS, and I mean a severe case of TDS. Like Mark Hamill, if you are a Trump supporter, Mark Hamill basically wants you to not exist on this planet. He doesn't think that you deserve to breathe the same air as him if you're a Trump supporter. If you disagree with him politically, you are beneath his existence as a human being. He hates you. He despises you. He wants you to lose your livelihood. He wants you to lose your family. He wants you to not have any rights whatsoever, all because you have a different opinion than him. He is a fucking terrible person. And he and I guess his family with his son got a girl pregnant, and they tried to pressure her into having an abortion. So that's Mark Hamill. That's Mark Hamill. Let's see if I can find that story. Mark Hamill's a piece of shit. Let me see if I can find this story. Here we go. Here's the story right here on the New York Post. Mark Hamill, a horrible, horrible human being in every way possible. Right here. Well, if I could get that clicked on. Okay, so here we got it. Luke Skywalker wants me to abort my baby, says ex-porn star. A baby mama drama is unfolded in Mark Hamill's family as former porn actress prepares to give birth to Luke Skywalker's first grandchild. Megan Shin, 30, is suing in a California court to establish paternity to collect child support for a daughter due on Halloween. Mark Hamill told me I shouldn't bring a child into the world that nobody wants. She said she met the actor when she stayed with the family in London this spring while the next Star Wars installment was being filmed, and he told her he told her his son Nathan is not ready to be a father. Mark's wife set up an appointment with a specialist in London to consult on an abortion. Chin claimed, "Nobody ever asked me what I wanted," Chin told the Post. "I felt really pressured from them to get rid of the baby." That's Mark Hamill right there. Mark Hamill is a horrible fucking human being. A horrible fucking human being. Always has been, always will be. We can love the fact that he was Luke Skywalker. We can love the fact that he was the Joker. We can love these things about him. It doesn't matter. He is an objectively terrible person. The same motherfucker that'll sit up there and scream about women's rights and we need to respect women. We need to stop treating women so badly. Pressuring a woman to get an abortion without even asking her what she wanted. That's Mark Hamill right there. A terrible person. Speaking of terrible people, we have Ryan Kennel back. What the fuck?
Hello. We've got a lot of people watching on Rumble as well. So big shout out to the peeps over on Rumble.
Hell yeah.
We appreciate it. So
good to see all.
I think we're one of the featured streams over there on Rumble. Unfortunately, this is what you're getting. So
yeah. Imagine if Ryan would have actually just stayed at fucking Airbnb with good internet. You know, imagine that.
I would have loved to be Ubering 30 minutes to and from.
Hey, it's worth it for good internet. It's worth it for good internet. Yeah, shout out to Rumble. We've got 2,000 people here on YouTube as well. So thank you guys so much. Appreciate that. Sophie, for 2 says, yay, used a glow in the dark thread in some parts. Sophie, you're awesome. We appreciate you. That is great. JS Pena says, don't trust Brett. She thinks Kim K is based. I mean, I don't know much about Brett Cooper. I think we met her briefly at one of those Daily Wire events. She seems cool. So Blonde Sky Charlotte, let's see. Charlotte says, did you see my super chat from the other day? Well, this says this is your first super chat on the channel. So I don't, unless it was from another account. I don't know. But no, I didn't. But I did see this one, and it says that's the first one you've sent to the channel. Aaron Pipe says, hey, enjoyed meeting you guys in Vegas. Did you know the 40th anniversary of Return of Jedi is out? Did you know that, Ryan?
I actually do. I do know that is out in theaters. It's going to be out for a little bit.
Yeah, I heard about that. Butter Biscuit member message, swig of water for the working man, and thanks to whoever gifted me a membership. That is awesome. 63 new members on the stream right now. Smash the melee button if you don't mind. We're almost up to 900 likes. Let's get it to 1,000 before we close this thing out. Jin Wong, we're watching because you're awesome. Well, thank you, Jin Wong. Appreciate that. Butter Biscuit, Ryan threatening, let's see. I don't know what this was. Seppuku and robots through through it. That's why we watch Jeremy. LOL. Hacky Smack. Wow, didn't know. Thanks for clarifying, bro. You are welcome. Arthur Brown. Alex Jones is sexier than Henry Cavill. I agree.
Yeah. I mean, I think Henry Cavill's pretty base too. So
he is. Henry Cavill's pretty awesome. Cap America 012 says Mark Hamill sounds like the way the Jedi Order was in the events of the prequel trilogy, ostracizing anyone who disagreed with their views while handing down orders from the ivory tower. I agree. He's a fucking terrible person, man. And if there's any silver lining with all of this stuff from Disney Star Wars, it's that at least we recognize that he is exactly that. Yuka Yukari says, more Raging Robot Ryan appearances in the future, please. Can we not? I would much rather not have that, if at all possible. Ryan, can we not have this anymore? Do you think we can not have this?
Well, this is the last daily stream here in Vegas, so I think we'll be good.
Well, I mean, on that note, I mean, this is the most viewed Geeks and Gamers daily stream on April 28th, Friday of this day. This is the record. We broke another record, Ryan. We broke another record. How do you feel about that?
Hey, we just keep we're like the
I don't know what he said. Stasis Greek Stasis Greek says everybody has done something terrible in their lives, but Mark Hamill echoes it out every day. That's the problem. Also, can we give some more dollars for Ryan's internet connection? Please donate to Ryan's internet connection. Please donate. We definitely need that. And yeah, I agree with that. I mean, everybody, we've all done shit we don't like or we're not proud of or whatever. That shouldn't be a defining characteristic of us moving forward. The problem is Mark Hamill, he reminds us every single day that he is that person. He absolutely is that person. Hey, check this out. Something crazy could be happening next Wednesday here on Geeks and Gamers. So as you know, every Wednesday, Side Scrollers is now on Geeks and Gamers. So it happens right after the daily stream that we have. So on Wednesday, Side Scrollers goes Monday through Friday. But every Wednesday, we're having Side Scrollers here on Geeks and Gamers. This coming Wednesday, as it stands right now, Craig is going to have Boogie 2988 and Keemstar on Side Scrollers on Geeks and Gamers this Wednesday. What? That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
Yeah, I mean, that's just going to be wild to see Keem on a Geeks and Gamers stream. I don't know if I'll be there, but I mean, Craig, you know, he's hosting the show. He's setting all that up. So that's going to be crazy. So I'll get more information on that for sure. But I'm really excited for that. Really excited for that. So going to be awesome. With that said, this LJK says internet connection fund $4.99. Brian, you're getting a lot of donos for your internet, man.
Thank you. Are you
excited about that, Ryan? Does that make you feel good?
Yep, I'm really excited. Thank you guys for all the support.
Yes. So on the real though, so the plan is we're gonna do Friday Night Tights from the studio today here in Las Vegas. We're gonna have some pretty cool guests coming by as well. I spoke with someone last night that's probably gonna be showing up, Ryan. Should I say?
I don't think so.
I'll say, but it's not a promise he'll be there. But he at least texted me and expressed interest to stop by. And that would be a gentleman by the name of Robert Barnes. Robert Barnes might be showing up to the studio today. So that's going to be awesome. So I'm looking forward to that. So we might have Robert in studio. I think Chris Gore is going to be there. We may have another couple other people there in studio as well. So it's going to be a great show today. I want to see the 199s representing in the chat as always. Appreciate all of you. And if I do leave today and hit the road, expect a live stream from the road, multiple live streams from the road. Those have been a blast. Really do appreciate you guys being so supportive. And yeah, man, it's been fun. So we're going to be back on our normal setup this Monday. We'll be back in Orlando back on the regular grind, and we'll probably get a couple of guests to pop on the daily stream as well. Plus, we're getting back to Tuesday night's main event, getting back onto the gaming streams, getting back on Cobra Casts. So it's going to be a lot of fun. So we really do appreciate it. I can't tell you, Ryan, I don't know if you had a lot of this at the meetup. I had so many people come up to me and say, the daily show has been a game changer for us. I had a lot of people come up to me and say that.
Yeah, a lot of people are watching at their lunch break at work or even while they're working or whatever. So that's pretty cool to hear. So I'm glad we started doing it.
Yeah, oh man, it's just something we should have started a long time ago, but hey, better late than never, and it's been nothing but a massive success. So really appreciate Ryan. He puts a lot of he kind of drives this ship when he's got decent internet anyway. But so happy for this show, and I'm so happy you guys are enjoying it. Thank you, Alec Baldwin's Finger, for the 50 gifted memberships. Thank you, Ellie, for the 10 gifted memberships. Thank you to the other 3 members that became members. 63 new members on the day. We continue to crush it from that department. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for all the support, guys. I'll see you for Friday Night Tights in a few hours on Nerdrotic's channel, and we're going to have a lot of guests in studio. We're all going to be in studio. It's going to be a lot of fun, and then more live streams to come this weekend from us traveling back home. You guys have a great day, and we will talk to you later. Bye, everyone.
Bye.